Welcome to another day of closed on Monday, man. I'm back with my guy, man. It's been a mighty long time since I talked to Coach Wilk, man. What going on, Coach Wilk? What you got going on?
Man, what's going on? It's been been a minute. Plus, hey, don't forget to give me my co-host props too, man. Don't be
Hey,
doing me
man.
like that, cause I ain't been on in a minute,
Hey, co-host been on vacation for a mighty long time. Man, but man, he been handling his business, man. So man, and I'm proud of that young man. So we've been handling all business because I've been handling my business too, man. Like I told y'all last week. I've been working on my house, getting together. I'm almost at the finishing point, but I'm actually about to take a break from it. I'm gonna do a couple of more small things to it, and I'm gonna take a little break, a mental break, because that'll break you down. It felt like a job at the end of the day. It's me working for myself, but it felt like a job, and I wasn't bringing no money in, doing it like that. So it was hard for me to balance and maintain what I had going on. So man, today's topic, man, and I want to get my guy on here to talk about it. We're talking about fear, man. How much, like, what fear does to a person. What way does it move them? Like sometimes people fear make me go harder. You know what I'm saying? When I'm scared of something or scared of doing something, I'm not talking about fear as in you're afraid of a person. I'm talking about fear as in you afraid to take the next step as far as like business. You afraid to try new things, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to fear. So I'm gonna lead the torch towards my guy, and I want him to speak on what does fear mean to him and how did he overcome it or how did it fuel him. So talk to me, Deion. What you got?
so fear just hesitating or having a forethought of having to do something that you got to do. Point blank. Period. Something you ain't never
Right.
done before. Something you ain't never came encounter with before. Like when you go to think about all the different scenarios or the possibilities of what could come from if you decide to make this step or you decide not to take the step, it's a fear going both ways. You feel me? So for me, it's just constant. Like fear, just one of those things that just is every day. Like you, sometimes people just fear waking up every day because they don't know
Fear
what they
is
what the day brings.
right. I'm about to say, fear can be a good thing. It always been a good thing for me because it's like it makes you nervous about something new. And I'm thinking about sitting here thinking about as you talk. I've been and everything I've got into, man, it was a little fear at the beginning.
Yeah,
It either was fear or it made me nervous,
yeah.
especially with football, man. When I went off to school the first time, scared. I was like, man, I don't know how this gonna be, this and that. And then I transferred again. I'm like, the same thing. I'm starting over. After I got comfortable, I'm starting over again. I'm like, dang, transferred to the new school. I don't know how these coaches gonna act. I don't know how good of a player I am compared to these people or these players, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a fear. And it could have slowed me down. It could have put me in my tracks, like, it's over
Mm-hmm.
with. But it actually fueled me because like I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go harder. It's time for me to prove to myself. It's time for me to prove to my family. Cause especially when you're making that transition, you made two transitions too. So you know what I'm talking about. So that being on two different teams, that was a different type of feeling, man. I know going far off that first time when you went to Jacksonville in Alabama, not in Alabama, but in Florida. I almost got it mixed up with my school. But when you went off that first time, that was a good little distance from your family. And I know you was nervous, like, dang, little feel
Mm-hmm.
like, dang, man, like I'm trying to play ball in a different state. So
But
you didn't really know what to expect, especially your surrounding, because you didn't switch your whole
my whole
whole life
senior is
and then over goddamn song. Like, oh dang, this ain't what they do down home from.
you feel me?
So
Um, man, just let's say coming out of high school, like that's something you fear already, like having to go to another state just to play a sport that you love. You feel me?
right,
Like that's his own fear in itself. Like I'm finna have to go be on my own just cause I want to play this sport and this sport taking me to this different scenery, a different,
right,
aspect of it. Oh man, but I guess like you said, it was a family thing, fear being away from family and stuff. But after after the first 24 hours, it more so like, hey,
Well,
hey, I'm here.
week for me, it took
Hey,
a whole week for me to
you,
just.
nah, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you why it hit me so fast. Cause I'm like, hey, soon my people done pulled off. It hit me. I'm like, man, these folk they finna travel back up that road, which is some hours away. So I told myself, look, make the best of it, cause everybody else hours away. Yeah, I had my cousin that stayed in Jacksonville, which would made it kind of easy, cause she
That was
always
good
came.
adjustable.
Yeah, she always came through like on the weekends. Like she made sure, hey, cuz you want to come over and just eat and stuff like that.
Man,
So
she's great.
just having just that one piece of family, that helped me a whole lot. Like I could overcame that fear very fast. It was like, man,
Okay.
I'm down the street. You might well say I started to feel like I'm down the street. I'm just in another state, which is down the street from Georgia. If you want, I'm right down the road from Georgia. So
Right.
like just overcoming that. But for me, man, I guess the biggest fear, or I guess to me, fear, it's like I really don't even try to say fear. I just say it's like an obstacle that I gotta overcome, an obstacle I gotta face in life at that point in time that I'm in right now. But mine were always my biggest one was when I was in undergrad, and in order to get your degree, if our exercise science, you gotta pass the ACSM exam and clinicals and stuff. It
Mm.
just that for me was like a big obstacle because I'm like, dang, this for me to with all boy time me get my degree is what I love to do. You feel me? Helping people take care of their body and get the most out of their body. Like that's was something that like I had a hard time. I'm like, once I get this, once I overcome this obstacle, I'm gonna be faced with a whole lot more because I'm gonna be looked at different because I'm certified, which certification really don't mean nothing nowadays. But
Right.
like at that point in time in my college career, like coming out of college, you like, oh dang. And the field I'm trying to get, like
Yeah.
I
It was a
need this
requirement back then.
certification. You feel me? Like it's a requirement. So obviously it's important. So like that was a big obstacle for me. I'm like, so once I pass this exam, like a whole lot more obstacles gonna come. Like as far as me with training and just trying to get people like in the best shape they possibly can. Like that ain't no easy job because you really have to study a person and they put their trust in you to get them
Exactly.
in the best shape or to where they feel like they performing at their best. Like that's a lot of responsibility in itself, and that's just like an obstacle that you had to overcome like on the regular. It ain't just with training. It's like say a person work a normal job, like they got to make a certain amount of calls each day. But get
Right.
what? They fear like, dang, what if I call that person and they ain't even in the right mood? Now I gotta come in counter with their energy that and two might knock your energy off, which I mean you really shouldn't because it's a quick little call or whatever. But all that stuff matters. Like I said, everybody got some type of fear that they face every day, some little obstacle that they face every day. And for me, you become fearless the more obstacles you overcome. Like
Right.
the more steps you take day by day, you become more fearless. You become more relentless and stronger within. You feel me? And once that hit, man, you gonna fear won't even be in your
It don't
vocabulary.
even
Like
feel the same once you get to that level. And
yeah,
and I can agree. My coach, and I remember this like plain as day. My coach said to me, he said to the team, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you got to put yourself in that position to receive whatever finna come. Like with me right now, I'm fully commissioned. Like I don't have a guaranteed check coming in every week.
hmm
I'm fully commissioned. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first started out, that feel was there. Cause I'm like, I'm worried about stuff that's I'm worried about 6 months from now, man. I can't
Yeah.
worry about that. I only live
And,
myself,
and,
but I'm in a
and,
position where I got it covered now. But when I around the time, I was like, shoot, man, if you put yourself in a position where you gotta not necessarily a deadline, but like I need to have 4 5 months in the head paid off.
mm-hmm.
At first, I was thinking like I need that, and it slowed me down because I'm chasing that the 5th or 6th month down the road. But I gotta remember, still gotta do month 1, month 2. I ain't making no
Mm-hmm.
money in these months. So the
You
first
feel
two,
me? Cause
what?
I said, yeah, because you focused on 6 months down the
Man,
road. You better focus on
I'm
that.
looking over these months. You
You
feel me?
feel
Like,
me?
but once I went through my little challenge, my little mental breakdown, when I had to just regroup and get myself together because I was having these roadblocks. Like, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to make money. Nah, I had to take that out my equation. Like, I ain't chasing money. Like right now, I ain't chasing money. I'm chasing progress. I'm chasing my journey. Like
Yeah,
I'm enjoying my journey, man, because I'm learning so much. Every week I'm learning something. If I have the same week, I'm adjusting like, oh no, I had the same exact week and we didn't do good. Come
yeah.
on, man. I got a whole little team I'm operating right now. It's a beautiful thing to do that, to be able to call myself a boss. Got to have a system in place to do this, to do that, and to see these deals flourish. The moment I had stopped chasing money, I stopped chasing money. The moment I took the back seat of that, bro, money started coming. Money gonna be that, dog. So that
Oh,
fear of like not having money, had to get that out of my way. Not having my bills paid 5 or 6 months down the road because I ain't had no consistent money coming in. Had to take that out of my head, bro. I ain't once I took that out of my head, no fear that no financial fear,
yeah.
none, none.
They and I is glad you brought that up because that's one of the biggest fears that a lot of people face nowadays, or like with
Especially
at some
entrepreneurs.
certain at some point in their life they face financial, I guess, fears, or it just put a burden on you. But for me, man, like when you say we made them transition, like transitioning from Jacksonville to Georgia State, hey, phew,
Mm.
that's you talking about fear? Oh man, a country boy going to the
Did
city,
it? I'm about to say, did it speed up to you? Cause I
you,
said,
you, you
I
hey, that
don't know how
country,
fast Jacksonville was, but I know Atlanta
you,
was on the 10.
oh, that's too, that's they totally different. And you know me, I'm still a country boy. You feel me? The city one, like I ain't never even cared about really coming to the city or nothing like that. But have overcoming that fear, like dang, yeah, I just got to catch up on speed. Like actually taking that step to be like, okay, I'm out here now. I got to take full advantage of it. But within that process, everybody know when you're in college, hey, it's a dog eat dog world. You got to fend for yourself. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
at that point in
survival
time,
mode.
when it came to like financial fear, like point blank period, at that point in time, I had to overcome the fear. Like, oh, I gotta go out. Like, I gotta do it. I gotta go out here and do this myself. Like, I gotta go out here and make it shake. Make some shake.
Man,
Get in my bag. You know what I mean? And once I understood that, and like you said, over time, the I guess desire to chase money or get in my money, it fades away because regardless, it gonna come. Like if you doing what you're supposed
money
to
gonna
do,
be there,
and,
man.
and yeah, and you putting in the work. Like me personally, like if you grind it in your bag, like you really focus and knocking down your goals and stuff like that, get what your financial piece is gonna fall in behind it. Like that's the lowest hanging fruit on the fruit tree. You feel me? Because like I
Right.
said, I value I value network and having a relationship with a person over however much money I can make with a person. Like that's how I look at it as far as
Point
money
blank period.
aspect. Because I fear losing or burning a bridge over fear and losing a certain amount of money because get what they print money every day. You can go make that money back.
You feel
But
me?
you can't you can't rebuild a burning bridge after it burnt. Like that's a whole new process. And then you don't even know if that person or whoever, whatever situation you're in, you don't even know if they want to rekindle that flame. You don't know if they want to rebuild that bridge with you. because you already done burnt it or whatever. You feel me? It's just about knowing what priority and knowing what, in reality, it's about the relationships you build with friends and the people that you consider in your world. Like that's a part of your world. That's what it all boils. And once you understand that, the fear of a whole lot of stuff goes out the window because guess what? Just like you, I'm the co-host of this, but in the end of the day, outside of closed on Mondays, Forever Family Friday, like our relationship, just you holding each other accountable, like that cancel out a whole lot of fears when it comes to
Man,
this when it comes to the entrepreneur lifestyle that we live. Because if you got somebody that hold you accountable and can keep you up to speed and keep you on your toes, guess what? Those fears kind of go out the window because just us being competitive, like man, oh he know I could do that, so that's why he on my head saying I need to do this, I need to do that, or I could do this and do that this way. You feel me? That's what
right,
it all boiled down to, and that's why I say network and relationships are way more like it's that ripe fruit, it's that best fruit that's at the top of the tree. Whereas
right.
money is the lowest fruit because anybody can get money, anybody can make money,
Anybody, man,
but
you gotta find a way.
everybody can't build those relationships that help you overcome fear. You can't go buy a relationship to where somebody holds you accountable, to where y'all
Right,
become fearless, or the team become so fearless that y'all chasing whatever, and whatever y'all putting out in the world coming right back to y'all. Like it's
right,
we can go on about this all day when it boils down to like fear, because fear can be overcome in so many ways.
right. I truly believe that, and I'm glad you touched base on all those aspects, man. But especially finance. But I wanted to lead with sports because that was like one of my first fears, and
Mm-hmm.
being an adult, that was like my second fear, like being able to
Yeah.
like raise a family, take care of my family, and provide. And I noticed when you said finances, like it's so easy to get money, and if I was just chasing money, I really and truly I just get a job. I get 9 to 5
Yep.
because that money is guaranteed. But
Yep.
now I'm on the verge of chasing. I'm not on the verge. I'm doing it. I'm on the verge. I'm on the verge of chasing solutions. Like I'm a problem solver with all the things I'm doing right now. Like I'm trying to solve a problem. Closing the deal, I'm making sure that person is satisfied that I'm getting the deal from, making sure they taken care of, and the person, the end buyer, making sure they good. So they either gonna get the
Mm-hmm.
numbers they asking for, or or it all making sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. I want it to make sense for them and make sense for the seller. But at the end of the day, everybody's satisfied, man. So that's the biggest thing. So, but the day topic, man, fear. I want to just touch base on that and just uncover like fear is not a bad thing, but do not let it like slow you down or dwell you from doing stuff that you want to do, especially when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, especially when you're trying to try something new and do different things. So don't let fear
And
take away of that.
yeah, and the crazy part about it, like just to end it off, it's something that I just tell myself. I just I fear not being the best version of me. I fear not being the best me and chasing my dreams and goals. That's what I fear.
Facts.
Because like I said, everybody is blessed with a gift. Everybody's here for a reason. And if you don't fear not being the best version of you, or not fear trying to, figure out how to achieve your goals, how to become what you're trying to become in life. Like if you don't fear not achieving no goal, that's when fear becomes like that big capitalized word. You know what I mean? But if you go about every day, cherish every day and get up every day, like put your best foot forward each and every single day, like
Right.
fear become a lowercase word. Fear kind of get canceled out your vocabulary because guess what? I don't fear that.
Hey,
Like
fear become
I'm
nervous.
yeah, fear
You
become nervous because like I'm nervous
right.
how like how I'm finna bless y'all and expose this
Right.
world to
Or
me. Like I'm
excited. It
nervous.
feel might be excited. You feel I'm excited. You know,
You
so I'm
feel
over
me?
excited. You know what I'm saying? So
Like it can be processed or it could be brought up in different ways.
right,
Like I said, me personally, keep fear as a lowercase word because it's not nothing that you can't overcome. Like
Right.
whatever your dreams, your goals, your aspirations,
Put it in motion.
make fear a lowercase level because you can overcome all of that.
Definitely, man. And we're gonna end it today, man. Today's episode closed on Mondays. It's been a minute since my co-host
And
been on, man, but I'm glad to have him back. And we're gonna try to do this every week, depending on the schedule. But everything else is everything, man. Close on Mondays, man. Peace out.
always.